Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, of course, a brand new episode of Blitzvillage, and this is episode 10, and right off the bat, I know what many of you guys are going to be asking, especially for those of you that have been watching Blitzvillage from episode 1, or at least season 1, or season 2, sorry. You know that I mentioned that on episode 10, I usually want to have another person join me. Well, due to the Avengers Tower and just how much longer it's taking and everything, that's going to be delayed for the foreseeable future, but don't worry, I promise you guys I'll still have people come on the episode and join me on the adventure and maybe play some mini games and such. So with that in mind, of course, as always, also don't forget, guys, if you want to tweet at me your creations to be featured potentially on next week's Blitzvillage, please don't forget to use twitter.com/Blitzwinger, tweet at me, which is at Blitzwinger, and you can get entered into the draw, which will then possibly feature you on an upcoming episode. So with that in mind, let's begin with today's options, or today's choices, I should say, not options. What am I talking about? The first submission comes to us from Vaughn Novotner. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names ahead of time. I know I will mess them up and just not get them right, so I do apologize about that in advance. But he or she sends in a farm, or I guess it's more like a house, or okay, let's call it a residence. I really think that's really the best name for it, because it kind of is encompassing to all those elements. You can see there's quite a bit to it. It looks like quite an intriguing build, so thank you so much for that. Really, really cool. I love how you have it layered, too. I love how it's not all just like on a plain, flat ground. You have it like on a layer on a ledge, which is really cool. So thank you so very much for that. Next submission comes to us from Christopher, who sends in a Blitzbot, which I don't know if it's me, but for some reason it looks a little bit like a cat to me. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, oh, look at that. It's like a kitty version of the Blitzbot, which is pretty awesome. So thank you so much for that. And then last but certainly not least, the last submission comes to us from GamerPal08, who sent in a Blitz Knight. And this is an absolutely tremendous build. Super duper inspired and very, very, very cool looking. Just absolutely amazing, really creative, and I love your rendition of the Blitzbot. Thank you so very much for that. By the way, I wanted to mention some people in the last one, maybe I guess since we were far away, they couldn't see if it was a Charizard. Yes, there is a Charizard pixel art that I have assembled in season 1 of Blitzvillage, so that's there. We also have a ridiculous Batman statue, a little Mario power-up egg, mushroom. Then we have a little creeper, minion, and the Disney Infinity logo. All right, so let's get back to our Avengers Tower, which seems to be about a gajillion miles away at this point. And today, guys, what we're going to be building is actually our very first specialized room. So after last week's episode, which was really cool and was the, of course, pool, or the aka the pool face, because it looks like 2 eyeballs and a mouth right there. But after this episode, a lot of you guys pointed out that, hey, it would be a great idea if you went ahead and created custom rooms for each one of the main Avengers. So one room for the Hulk, one room for Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, Hawkeye, who am I forgetting? Thor, of course. There we go. So one room for all of those characters. And I was like, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. So that's exactly what we will be working on. Today we'll begin with, of course, the one and only Mr. Tony Stark himself, aka, of course, Iron Man. So this should be pretty fun and intriguing, especially because we're going to need to do like a lot of armor dyes, so it's going to be a while. I know that some people said, well, what you could do is activate a mod, and then basically what you will essentially do is spawn the mod in, and that will allow you to make armors. Now, I started to look into it, but the problem was that a lot of people complained that oftentimes doing that type of thing with an existing map can cause like crashes and mess up other builds and such, because it could like misalign, and oftentimes the newer mods of superheroes and such don't work with the most modern builds. So for example, when I'm using stuff like maybe some sort of parts that are only available in Minecraft 1.8, it will no longer appear on that save file. So I was like, no, I don't want to mess that up. So we're going to improvise. We're going to use our imagination and try to get the best out of it that way. So let's see. This is where we're going to have our landing, right? Whoops. Time set 0, and then also weather clear. Whoops. What am I doing? Weather clear. There we go. All right. So that should be fixed up in just a moment. Alrighty-roo. We have 3 blocks high of an opening. Wow, that's pretty crazy that we've almost reached the very tippity top of what was essentially our initial build. So it's kind of crazy. I really don't know how big the Avengers Tower is going to end up being now because of the Iron Man Armory, and then, of course, something for the Hulk, something for Black Widow, Cap, and Thor. I don't know how big, and Hawkeye, of course, sorry. I'm not sure how big this thing will end up being, but I guess we'll find out in due time. It's going to be pretty epic, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Alright, so let me just extend this further. And same goes with this. Then we're going to need to work essentially on the outskirts of the building. We need to, of course, provide some walls for this place. And then after that, what we will do is get to work on the actual armory and assemble that thing. At first I was like, ooh, maybe I could do like something very cool where it's like it'll be another double layered floor and we'll have like a little staircase coming down into the armory. But then I thought about it and I was like, I think if I did that, this thing is going to end up being ginormous and we'll never, ever, ever finish building the Avengers Tower, which wouldn't be too good. All right, so that in mind, let's get rocking, rolling with our block of quartz and, of course, our white stained glass. First of all, though, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and layer this out. This has got to be 4 blocks high. I don't know why it just fell down. There we are. And then we go 2 pieces of white stained glass, followed by 2 pieces of quartz. And we just rinse and repeat that process, essentially, to, of course, try to get our proper look. Whoops. There we go. And, whoops. Why am I triple clicking there? What's wrong with me? There we go. Look at this build. Bam, 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 bam. I feel like we're like Pac-Man eating the little dots. That's the similar noise there, isn't it? Oh, and I forgot to also show you guys, what I did also is because a lot of people also pointed out in the comments when I was reading for last week's episode, well, not a lot, but there was a handful of people that pointed out and said that, hey, Blitzwinger, you have not made torches for the last 3 floors. And I was like, oh, that's a good point. Like, it's basically impossible to see when it's nighttime on those floors. So what I went ahead and did is I just went on ahead and fixed that and added torches to all the floors. So I'll show you that in just a moment as soon as we're done this outskirts design. Whoops. And we are essentially done. Almost. Okay, wait. We have what? 3 more sides. Alright, here we are. Stack those. Whoops. And almost done. Yay. Okay. Put some quartz onto there. This all gets double stacked. And then we got to get to creatively think about how many armors we want to put in here. I'm thinking, okay, we'll do like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Right? So it'll be one like really bulky. It has to be somewhat bulky. Then we have to have an armor that's all silver, so we'll probably choose like a gray dye for that. I hope there is a gray dye. And then we need to do like red and gold. So red and yellow, I guess, is what we'll go with. Wow, look at this thing. It is really, really crazy. All right, so you can see torches right here, guys, on this floor. This floor, there weren't any torches. There wasn't any torches here either. And I completely forgot to put torches on the pool level, so I'm going to need to still do that. All right, so let us begin. And our first course of action is going to be to select a decorative carpet, right? And we'll have this coming in. So you kind of walk in like this, and then I think each one of these should lead to an armor. So we'll have 3 strips, and then it'll be an armor there, an armor there. Okay, so let's see, how many armors is that going to end up being? So is this going to be kind of a similar floor to our lobby floor, kind of? in that regard. Whoops. So we'll have armor, 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 armor. Over here, I think we could just have maybe like general stuff, or maybe a couple of like special suits or something like that. You know, like maybe, I don't know, maybe like a war machine, right? His suit could be there. Did I extend that too far? How many blocks? 3 blocks away. Okay, I think I did 1 extra. Yep. Okay, dokes. So there we are. Whoops. There we go. We are almost done. And there we go. All right, so the middle parts of this row, I think I'd like to go ahead and fill up with some red carpeting. Just because I think it would be boring if it was all just like the white carpet around like that. I think there's something to the red carpet. And I think it would look cool. Okay. Plus it'll give some color to the whole thing, which is really nice, because I don't think we've had very much color. That's why I was so happy about the last floor that we built, because we had so much color there. Oh my goodness. Weather, clear. Thank you. It seems like it really rains a lot in this side, or on this side, and more importantly, I guess, in this biome. That's why it's so rainy in here. Alright, so now we're going to need to get creative with our armors. And I'm starting to think ahead. I guess what we could do is stuff like, for example, color the helmet one color, color the chest plate another color, color the leggings one color, and so on and so forth. So that will be really the only way that this could work. And you know what? What I wouldn't mind doing is to actually... Okay, since this has got to be like Tony's room as well, I guess we need to like have some component of it that is like an actual traditional room in the sense of a room. So what I think we will do is we will carpet all this in, right? Whoops. Ah, come on. How could I do that? There we go. All right, so we'll have armor there, facing the black strips. So basically that's the pattern, or that's the layout. And then I'm going to have like a desk here. Okay, I think I have an idea. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have this, because you totally would know that Tony would have stuff like this in his room. What is this, chest? Trap chest. Oh, okay, interesting. I've never even spotted that one. We're going to need this, of course, so I'm going to just bring that out already. All right, so over here, we're going to have kind of like a working area where maybe Tony's like building the armors or something like that. I know it's not the most high-tech thing, but I think that it works for what Tony would utilize this thing. There we go. So a lot of kind of metal crafting stuff. The rest of this gets filled in with red carpet. So there we go. Then we're actually going to need also a bed, since again, we said that this is also his room. So maybe something like that. And let's give him an enchantment table as his table, because, you know, like a nightstand. There we go. Because, you know, Tony would want to have some cool like that. Okay. So not the most private room, that's for sure. But then again, when you're up on this floor, there's really nothing that you need to be particularly worried about. So, all right, there we go. Oh, whoops. Did I mess this up? Yes, I did. There we go. It's got to be this way. I mispatterned the build there. Sorry about that. All right, good. I'm starting to realize the amount of spots that we built, we probably are not going to be able to fill in this many armors, but hey, we're going to have to figure some out. All right, so here are our armor stands. All in position now. And all right, so we've got our armors all positioned out. Now it's time to actually color them. So let's see. I guess what I'm going to need first is to actually go into combat. Oh, actually, we could use some of these colors as well. The golden chestplate. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to bring in the golden armor because I know we're going to need that. So let's just grab a bunch of that. Then I'm going to bring in a whole bunch. Whoops. Okay, I guess I'll wear it. Then I'm going to take a set of iron. And then I think what we'll do is... Actually, you know what? We'll probably take one set of everything just to like have it. And then we could always customize it further. But I know that, of course, the leather one is going to be the one that we use the most often. So there's no doubt about that. So I'm going to take a few sets of that one with us right away. We can even use the blue stuff, like the diamond stuff, for maybe like a stealth Iron Man suit. So that's totally something that I could see us utilizing it for. So let's see. We're going to grab some boots. I think we got everything except for chain. We don't have a full chain armor. We need some leggings and some feet. I'm just going to take another set of leather armor because I know that I'm going to need to color that. And there's the leggings. And then we needed some boots. All right. So we have all that. Let's grab just one more of these. And I think that's about all we're going to take from there. I'm just going to quickly check the head types over here because I think some of these could be kind of cool for helmets also. So let's just get creative with it, right? And let's see. We could probably use the skeleton skull maybe as well for like a silver armor or something like that. Creeper head, not necessarily. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for now. If we need something, we could always get it after. All right, so what I do need is actually some dye, so let's get that as well. Where is that? Which category would that be in? Is that in brewing maybe? Or materials? It's in materials. Okay, sweet. So we're going to need lots of red, so let's snag that up. We're going to need... Okay, you know what? Let's just start. Let's start. All right, so we're going to make one whole red armor, first of all. So there's our red shirt, red boots, red leggings, and what am I missing? A red helmet. Okay, I know I'm going to need multiple red helmets, so I'm just going to quickly make a few of those. I wish I could make these change colors too. That would be so cool, but we can't. All right, so we got the red stuff taken care of, at least for now. What else do we need? We needed gray. That's what we needed. We needed a full gray, even though I think we could use the chain. Huh. Okay, let's just make one gray one. And then we could always adjust. Okay, materials, gray dye. Awesome. So, throw that in there. Then, ooh, that looks really cool, actually. It almost looks black, honestly. And then a helmet. Okay, so let's get to work on our armor. So I think what we'll do is we'll go from this way out. This will be our Mark 1 right here. Whoops. And what am I missing? The leggings. Where are the leggings? I mean, not the leggings, the boots. Okay. There we go. So that's Mark 1. Then the Mark 2, as you might have been able to recall from the original Iron Man film, was all silver. So we're going to go with kind of a chain armor. More of a simplified look. Then Mark 3 is going to be... And again, I know that they don't look exactly or anything like the actual armors, but we got to get imaginative with it, so that's why. And I know I could have probably used iron to make it more simulated, but I feel like iron could be like one of our other outfits. So we'll go with... I want to do a mix of gold and red because I think that would look really cool. So let's do that. I don't need those potions. Okay, so let's do... Should probably actually equip it. That would be a good idea. All right, so let's do it as maybe a red torso, gold leggings, golden boots, and red helmet. There we go. So that's another armor. Then we need to do something. Maybe we could do one all gold. That's a good idea, actually. Why not? Okay. I need the helmet. So let's take that. Get rid of that thing. All right, so we have old gold. Then, for something... I was going to say I want to do a stealth suit, but the problem is this blue is like too bright. I think it's just... Oh, no. Okay, well, that was unintentional. Where's the armor stand? Let's get that. Put that on there. All right, let me just think if I want to use... I know I'm going to use the red again, and I'm going to use the gold again. I've yet to use the iron, so I kind of want to put some together. Maybe, ooh, red and iron. That would be really... Oh, no, black and iron. That would be cool. There we go. There. There and there. This is the trial and error process here, because you're kind of trying to mix and match and just see how it looks. Ooh, that does look pretty cool. And then the iron helmet. What about the black helmet? Or the gray helmet, I should say. I think that looks a little bit cooler, to be honest. So we'll go with that. Now, I do want to make another suit real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab another set. And I'm just going to get rid of the iron. You would think for somebody called Iron Man, we would always be using iron. But unfortunately, we haven't been. Wait, can you color iron? I've actually never tried that. Maybe you can change colors for iron. That would be amazing if you can do that. Can you? Oh, you can't. That would be really cool. They should totally add that as an update at some point. I would totally love to see that. All right, so we're going to need another set of leather armor because we want to make a blue outfit. So for that, we're also going to need to go to materials. And that's light blue. There's cyan, and then there's light blue. So neither one really works. So I'm not sure how well that will turn out. Can you use lapis? Does that even look right? Or are you not even allowed to use lapis? I've never tried, so I don't know. Oh, yes, you can. All right, sweet. So I'm obviously going to need to take a whole bunch of lapis. Put that there. Whoops. There we go. There we go. And there we go. We're actually going to make a blue and red outfit as well. It'll be like our Optimus Prime outfit. All right, so we'll go all blue. This will be the Stealth Iron Man suit. There we are. I think that looks pretty sweet. Uh-oh. The weather is getting worse again. Weather clear. I think that's the third time that I had to do that. Okay, we'll go blue, black, blue, blue. There we go. That's like a variation, maybe like an underwater suit. And then I wanted to do the blue and red one because I think that would look really, really cool. So let's put the red items down here. I think that's all we need. Okay, so we'll go... I think we'll go actually maybe red, red, blue, blue. I think that looks pretty cool. That does look like Optimus actually a little bit. Like I look at that, I'm like, oh, Optimus Prime, very cool. And let's see, what else could we do? What other variations can we think of? I wanted to do all iron, but I think that would be boring. Let's do maybe like a War Machine type outfit. I like how this actually looks way better like as an actual faceplate for an Iron Man. I kind of wish that I would have used this now, because look at that. Like that looks way more like a helmet, right? I mean, we could replace them, but the problem is that they're all one color. I guess over here it could work, right there. It works. However, on this one it could work also. I could see it working there. All right, so let's give these guys an armor. So here you go. Predominantly, of course, in the gray outfit. There we go. Then for this one, let's see. What do we want to do? Maybe... You know what? Actually, I'm going to go all iron on this. Because I think it could look cool. Especially with that head. With the helmet look that we went for. There we go. That looks pretty sweet. And then lastly, we're going to put in what color? What color? What color combination? You know what? I was going to say I'm going to close my eyes, but what if I pick not an actual outfit? Okay, we'll pick the one that's the closest to it. All right, I'm closing my eyes. This is going to be the first thing we use. So golden leggings. We got it. This is the second thing we use. Are you kidding me? Was I just hovering over the same area? That's a problem. Okay, golden leggings, red torso, and this will be the third thing we use. Okay, that's the closest. We can't use that. So that doesn't... Okay, we'll use that because I picked the red one by mistake twice. Okay, here we go. Third item is this. Okay, blue helmet. And the closest boots are these. So gold. All right, so there's our final outfit. It's going to be this, 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 and this. There we are, guys. We have our armory fully assembled and ready to rock. I'm sure Tony's going to be ecstatic about this thing. And there you guys have it. That means, of course, we are going to be continuing the build, expanding the Avengers Tower ever further. And, of course, we're going to get to work on the Hulk level, Hawkeye level, so on and so forth. Let me know which one you want to see next. And if you guys have any tips or tricks for those next levels, please don't hesitate to use the comment section below for that. Like, if you want to, say, hey, for the Hulk level, you should do something like this. Definitely post it in the comments section below. Also, of course, below the video, if you guys enjoyed today's Blitzvillage, please don't forget to leave a like. It really does help me out a ton. And as always, I do indeed hope to see you lovely folks here next week. And I also do hope to see you lovely submissions sent on over through Twitter. As always, guys, have an absolutely fantastic day. I will indeed catch you lovely folks next time. Peace out. See you laters, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.